Wonderful good day, YouTube. I hope you're doing fine on this fine evening. And it's time for another replay cast. And yes, it's Code 3 again. And we have Mr. UMirinBrah as Wehrmacht against Mr. Herr Blautier as USF on Twin Beaches. And as you can see, the UI looks a little bit different. And that it's right, because I'm using the replay tool or replay mod, however you want to call it, that was originally made by the QMod maker, or which is part of the QMod. But also there was and Zany basically made it so you can also use it in the normal replays. So here we go. So far nothing unusual is happening, besides we have an engineer squad in the older game for the USF player, which is not the most meta thing to do, but let's see how this plays out. Some capping power in the early game is always welcome, and as a flamer tool obviously as well. Meanwhile, Wehrmacht is going 100% by the books, double Pioneer, double MG, so nothing unusual there. And now the first advantage we can see already in the QMod. You can see how many models it lost, how many kills it got, how many vehicles, tanks, and whatever it killed. Alright, that's now a bad example. Let's switch to the Wehrmacht Pioneer. And if you hover over the weapon, it shows the stats of it, which is pretty PogChamp, I would say. So yeah. Sandbags coming up over here. We have a split focus there from both players, which makes sense. But the main bulk is going topside to the fuel point. By the way, we will ignore this toxic chat going on over here, because sadly we can't turn it off in the replay. At least I did not figure out how. Here we go. MG42 says Guten Tag and gets immediately the suppression on the rifleman. And yeah, they have to retreat there. We have the first Grenadier on the way. MG42 now immediately moves up. Up. MG42 sitting over here.
Grenadiers assembled.
We have the rifleman going over here, going into green cover, so it won't get pinned. That's nice to see, but I don't think the rifleman will win this engagement there over the long time, because the MG's in the... yeah, and here we go. He already retreats. Meanwhile, the scout is capping over here. We have the Pioneer going down there. Let's see who will win, if there will be an engineer standoff, and who will win it. Second Grenadier is on the way. Blautier meanwhile up to 3 riflemen. Let's see. So far, not much is happening. Going for the cutoff, I like that. Denying the whole capping over here. And once the second bit is up, he will have a comfortable time taking it, even if the Grenadier comes over to deny it. We have the Flamer Pioneer coming in there, but the Wehrmacht Pioneer with Flamer isn't that good due to the nature it only has 3 models. But still, it's enough to force off the scout. In the meantime, MG42 got outflanked. Riflemen are pushing in, but second MG is coming in to set up. Rifleman meanwhile is going up to fight the Flamer Pioneer. Something is getting airdropped. Let's see what it is from the USF player. MG42 meanwhile over here is retreating. Only one MG42 is on the field. Rifleman is red pinned. MG40 and the M1919 machine gun squad was dropped down, and here we go. Gets the first volley off, gets the suppression, picks off a model, and that should easily be won. Oh, this rifleman should not walk away. Yes, go back, defend your MG. This rifleman has to retreat, and poor reaction there from Mr. UMirinBrah to miss the wipe there. Going for the chase there. I dislike that. You should go over here and help out. He's closing in the distance there. That makes sense. And that was a rather successful fight there for our USF player. Meanwhile, we have the Panzergrenadier Company coming up.
We have confirmed. Light vehicles can now raid enemy territory and capture resources.
And here we have the confirmation. It's mechanized battle group now. The first upgrade got unlocked. Oh, Flamer gets some nice damage done there. Rifleman has to retreat.
Capture complete. Give us orders.
Yeah, Rifleman now pushing up. We have the first Panzergrenadier on the way. We have Heal, by the way, being built from the Wehrmacht player. Meanwhile, we have the Heal also out for our USF player. So far, no attack on the way from Mr. Blautier. A little bit of a manpower flood there. We have some wire coming up over here to deny green cover. That's a really, really nice move. MG42 got forced off. Rifleman coming in and should win the engagement over here. USF MG is opening fire. Grenade gets nicely dodged. Grenade coming up from... should he retreat? Probably not. This Grenadier though has to retreat. It's red pinned. And now you're only losing manpower. Flank got denied. MG pinned the Pioneer there as well. Suppression is now broken because the MG did not continue to fire. Sadly, infantry squads don't have passive suppression like they did in CO2. So once the MG stops firing, suppression gets broken. We have a paratrooper squad coming down. Peagrams with the SDGs going ham. MG's now setting up, firing again. In the end, it actually paid out not to retreat, even though it only had 2 models. That was a really, really nice move. Map control, meanwhile, is now shifting into the favor of Herr Blautier. Bottom side getting kept by the Pioneer and the Scout. And the MG got the cutoff there. MG gets forced off from the Rifleman. We have the grenades now. The grenade package on the way. In my opinion, you should go bars first and then the grenade package. Because the bar is such an amazing tool to get a power spike. Nice nade there. And poor reaction from Mr. Blautier. He needs to retreat. They are down to... Why do models so often have 0 HP? Oh, Rifleman has also to retreat. We have the 8-Rat now calling, being on the field from Mr. UMirinBrah. We have the air support center coming up. That's a interesting choice, I would say. MG's on the retreat as well. Will probably get wiped on the retreat there if the 8-Rat decides to switch fire. We have something being called in. Is it an AT gun or another MG or paratrooper? I think it's an AT gun, and I am right. Alright. AT gun is ready to kill some 8-Rats. We have Zooks on the paratrooper now. Where you can also now see how the damage values are. Now we see we have 200 penetration on close. The 8-Rat has how much armor? 30. So it will always penetrate. I think even it does not matter at which range. Yes. Meanwhile, we can have a look on the difference. Values of the gun, the coaxial MG. It's such an amazing tool, and should have been in the game from the get-go. Maybe we will get it eventually. We have now a mortar on the field as well.
Everybody still breathing?
How does it calculate the mortar?
Being lost.
Obviously mortar has 0 accuracy. A mortar on the rear head will do damage, that makes sense. We have a second AT gun.
Enemy has
Nope.
claimed our territory for their own.
AT gun is setting up. Gets a shot in.
Ready to be deployed.
Mortar meanwhile is working on the MG there. MG has to retreat, some nice hits there. Or one more hit and it will die. Nope. AT gun will set up. Oh, that might be a dead Atrod. Snare is coming out, so the grenade tech actually paid already itself. Nicely done there. Grenade coming off over here. Oh, no reaction. Late reaction there from Mr. UMirinBrah. Nade over here gets nicely dodged. AT gun is going into I want to die mode. Mortar fire coming in.
Our frontline pioneers are dead.
And we have the first wipe. And we missed it. The Flamer Pioneer died, I think. Welcome to Blind Olvari, missing all the wipes.
Now under
MG sitting around over here AFK, that's a mistake in my opinion. Mortar meanwhile is working on that. Let's have a look how much.
standing by.
Close a little bit more on its Veteran C1.
Our territory is exposed.
MG has to retreat. Will be a tough retreat. Maybe a retreat nade there? No. Oh, but the MG is already doing it. And
Take
it's
the
dead.
victory point.
The retreat nade still went off even though the squad was already
Enemy
dead.
has claimed our sector.
MG retreats.
And crew ready.
We have again double Atrod out. MG setting up over here. And it's looking really, really good now at the moment for Mr. Blautier. You know,
Territory lost.
it's a bit weird calling Herr Blautier Mr. Herr Blautier because Herr is the German word for Mr. So it would be calling someone Mr. And that just feels wrong. But I don't give a damn, Kiepa. Mortar setting up.
Give us orders! Panzergrenadiers have been promoted!
Scout has to go home. MG is setting up. Mortar is retreating. Suppression kicks in. AT gun is sitting in a really good spot. Gets a nice shot in there. Not sure if he's using the special shot. Alright, I can't look up the damage of the AT gun. But that's fine. Zooks are opening fire. MG got forced off. We have bars out as well now. And we have the first tank coming up. Or the first proper tank. We have a Sherman coming up. Oh, the tank only. Sorry about that. Voldy strikes again. Hey, Scout should be sent on the bottom to regain the control over this side. So far, VP advantage Mr. UMirinBrah leading with roughly 100 VPs.
The enemy
We have also double MG. Yeah, because one MG got captured, obviously. We have an airstrike coming in.
Commandant. Territory sector lost.
Which did nothing. AT gun moving forward.
Pioneers have secured the location.
Victory point lost.
Oh, AT gun has to be careful not to overextend. Gets a shot in, forces the Atrod back. But now the AT gun has to fall back as well. MG is setting up. Where's this?
Rapid response. Light artillery batteries are now out.
Nice cover there from both MGs, so the AT can actually serve as a bait. Nicely done there from our USF player. AT gun setting up immediately. Getting the shot in. Maybe a follow-up shot? No. It's interesting that he went on the right train now instead of rushing the Panther. No, he split this command points. Interesting what... Maybe a Vespa?
Sector
I highly doubt we will see a Vespa, but you never know, you never know.
territory cut off from supply.
About time, Kinder. Panzergrenadier ready.
Artillery strike on the way.
We have zeroing artillery coming in. How to waste 200 ammo with a click. Or not. Now retreating through his own artillery. Will he get wiped? Nope.
Resources taken, Commandant.
We have now the bar rifleman capping on the bottom side. Only one bar so far. Not getting
We
the
are
second
losing control
upgrade.
of a sector.
Grenade coming in. No reaction from Blautier. No! Could have been better. Could have been worse. Oh, and also a picked up flamethrower on the rifleman. That's a nice pickup there for sure.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
We have the first tank on the way. Mr. Sherman. MG needs to set up... Oh, sorry about that. MG setting up. We have a P4 on the way. So we have the Sherman against P4 battle. But I would say Blautier has slightly the better army comp since he has a Zook and the AT gun. And we have
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Grenadier with bars. So one bar rifleman decided to drop his bar. Double A-Trot is now going in. Blautier has to retreat. Yeah, the main strength of the A-Trot at the moment is their mobility. And that will probably be a dead rifleman. P4 hits the field. Sherman is switching side maybe to save the day, but I think it's too late. But maybe he can kill one or two A-Trots when they try to fall back. Oh, A-Trots overextending. Rifleman is getting home probably. Nope, it died. No, the A-Trots are in the pickle there. Oh shit, I got outplayed, smoke, got popped, but Sherman is on the hunt. AT gun is also there, will set up now.
They are securing our capture.
P4 is coming in already with the armored skirt upgrade. Oh, maybe the AT gun is now out of position. Where are the Zooks? Sherman is losing this engagement. AT gun will now get stolen. Bar rifleman coming in for the snare. We have Zook fire coming in, and that might be a dead P4. Engine crit now on the P4.
Sector lost.
AT gun will get stolen though. Sherman now coming forward again.
Is down to 250 points now.
Oh, Sherman will probably die. Sherman dies. P4 dies though as well. AT gun will get recruit again.
Been knocked out.
But with the A-Trots over there might be a pickle to get it. We have now also a Pack 40 on the field. MG got outflanked, is retreating immediately. That's nice to see. Map control advantage for Herr Blautier in my opinion at the moment.
That heavy machine gun is targeting us. Right down. We damage remove.
Holy smokes, is this guy firing fast. That's some rapid fire carabine. Atrods getting repaired. We are closing the way to the Panther. We have a new Sherman on the way.
Victory point lost.
Will the last rifleman get replaced with another rifleman or with a paratrooper? Scouts might face the same fate as the rifleman earlier. MG42 suppressing the Panzer Grenadier, and the scout gets away. Rifleman in the meantime pushing towards the bottom side again with the Sherman on the field. He should be 8-rod safe on the flank. We have second AT gun on the way from Mr. UMirinBrah. Maybe a second AT gun should be the call for our Herr Blautier as well. We have some off maps coming in. We're getting the upgrade for the 30s and for the cost of those strays. Mortar doing some nice damage there.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory.
He's fucking dead.
Oh, Rifleman has to retreat.
Tank gun and crew are ready for
No! No! Rifleman with a flavor died. Oh, getting double snared there, gets the engine damage. AT gun now has to do some overtime there to save the day, maybe. AT guns are moving forward. Sherman has to fall back. Mortar doing some nice damage, shipping off those health points.
Commander.
We have an MG that's got outflanked by a flamer, has to retreat and not set up. No! Maybe he will get the suppression in time.
The enemy has 200 points and falling.
That was really lucky in my opinion. Sherman needs to get repaired, but the engineer died earlier, so it needs to get replaced.
What now?
Panzer Grenadier is capping the bottom side.
Their own.
So Herr Blautier is down to one rifleman. Maybe consider rebuilding it. But maybe first, since he has the resources, get the Sherman first. The wish list of Herr Blautier is really long at the moment, in my opinion. P-Grants gets forced off with the help of the MG42. Paratroopers are going for the cap. Rifleman sitting over here. Need to fall back.
Taking a victory point.
We have another Sherman on the way.
Building sandbags now? Do you want us to
Oh, sorry.
Enemy is stealing our territory from us.
It's my 10th attempt to record this replay, so be merciful with me. MG is opening fire. They're getting some nice damage, and actually, or more than I was expecting. Sherman coming forward, but the AT guns are covering the ATRADs. USF AT gun is sitting over here. Should maybe move up. We have a recon flight on the way. And some sort of off map is coming in next. I think at least the ammo got deducted. The MG coming in handy as well. Sherman now moving down to assist against the looming threat of the ATRAD, but the AT guns are also moving down to cover the ATRAD, so won't be a field day. And look at those
You have CPs available.
long years of experience playing baseball, how far he could toss those grenades. P. Grants gets a warm welcome there, but throw the grenade, might get the wipe there, nope. P Grant so has to fall back. AT gun gets decrewed. Atrad is getting hammered by the AT gun. A second rifleman now getting on the field, or rather, riflemen get replaced. Trying to kite against the against the gradient to deny the stolen MG, but it did not work out. Meanwhile, we have Sherman on the top side denying the cap, and here we go. First Panther is on the field. Immediately going topside to deal with those pesky Sherman. It's looking really rough at the moment for Herr Blautier. Panther coming in, and that will be a dead Sherman, especially with the connecting of 180 gun. Will he get away though? Or not? Mortar is barraging the MG, that's nice to see. Atrad is pushing in, AT gun is setting up. We have zeroing artillery coming in. We have a strafe coming in as well. The strafe picked off Atrad. Snare goes off, will kill the other Atrad as well, so in the end only a decrewed AT gun against 2 Atrads was definitely not worth it. Both Shermans are still alive, the AT guns will get recovered. Oh, he blocked himself, popped the smoke, but because of the block, the infantry had enough time to close in. AT gun got decrewed, gets captured. Where's the second AT gun? Second AT gun is not in the ideal position. Snare goes off. The stolen MG saves the day there for the Panther. Probably AT gun though will get away. Rifleman has to retreat. And that was definitely a really good engagement for Herr Blautier. Stolen MG42 fighting against the stolen M1919 MG. The battle of the Beutewaffen, how it looks like it. But with the support of the Pioneer, those M1919 machine gun has to go home. Second Panther on the field, late reaction there from Mr. UMirinBrah. Might lose this MG. Here we go, let's get picked off. Nice reaction there from Herr Blautier to dodge the grenade, but yeah, he won't get the MG. Map slowly turning red again, and Herr Blautier definitely needs that. This MG can also get stolen, and he should probably do that, just to deny it to the enemy. We have now the third Sherman on the field. So the Allied war machine is going strong.
We are to be commanded. The enemy is down to 100 points.
Looks like UMirinBrah is not happy how the situation is evolving.
Great. They've come to us. We have vehicles ready to be deployed.
We have a strafe coming in against the AT gun. Reaction there from Mr. UMirinBrah reacting. Rifleman should retreat there. The Sherman train is denying the cap of the 16 ammo point on the high res point there. AT gun gets decrewed from the P Grant, but the Sherman comes in to save the day. The Sherman train is coming in, and you know where it stops? Not here. I was thinking about a Civil War reference, but my small brain couldn't come up with one.
Victory point is under
My knowledge about the American Civil War is not as detailed as it could be. Sherman needs to get repaired, but that shouldn't be a big issue there. Maybe a second engineer would be a smart idea for Herr Blautier.
We are losing possession of a capture point.
69 ammo point getting now grabbed by Mr. Blautier, and he definitely needs the ammo. Keep in mind he went for the Airborne or Luftwaffe, or however you want to call it, upgrade. Air Force Company, I think it's called. So more ammo means more off-map strikes, and that makes him happy man.
Lost the sector.
You know, winning by air superiority there, Kiepa.
The enemy has claimed our territory.
Once Sherman went to heaven, AT-Gun will get recruit. The Panther battle group is not respecting your feelings. AT-Gun is opening fire. Sherman has to fall back. Herr Blautier seriously needs to consider going double AT-Gun, otherwise the Panthers will overrun him.
The grenadiers have taken the lead. Enemy forces have captured the victory points.
Paratrooper with their Zooks trying to ship away those HP points, but they won't succeed. We have the bomber run coming in! But he will easily get away.
We do not hold any victory points.
It looked actually pretty nice.
Come on. We are
But it
losing
did
control
nothing.
of a sector. We have 300 points remaining.
Never thought I'd see the day, Grenadiers. Promotion. Commanders.
Grenadiers now hit Veteran C3. Now they can pretend to do something.
Vesper self-propelled artillery awaiting deployment.
Oh, come on, I know you want to do it as well. You want to call in the Vespa.
Our territory.
Now get back into fight. Fixed. Now get back into fight.
Without AT guns, though, I see at the moment that Herr Blautier won't make or will not secure the win. Yeah, he's at the moment doing pretty well. Got the majority of the map, but once UMirinBrah realizes that those Panthers can cut through the army of Herr Blautier like through butter,
Sector now under enemy control.
it won't look that peachy anymore. We have double AT gun and the grenadier moving down there. Especially since those Shermans do not perform well against our tanks. We have some off-map strap coming in over here. MG's reacting. But will it be enough? Nope, MG got recruit.
It has been recruited. Do not let it fall into enemy hands.
But the rifleman here has to retreat as well. MG42 doing MG42 things, suppressing, but Panzer Grenadier with the flank of the grenade, forces the MG off. Meanwhile, we have a snare coming in.
Pioneer infantry.
Pioneer died like a hero.
Our territory is exposed. We must re-establish a connection.
Also, you did not load the bazooka from the top up, but from the bottom up, because you have to plug in the wire for the ignition.
Deploy. I want the
The enemy has
I think the
taken
Panzer
victory
Shrek got loaded from the top, but the bazooka not. Definitely not. Because the ideal combat, or the ideal use in combat for the bazooka was a two-man job, one using the weapon or firing it, and the second guy just reloading it from the back, because you also have to put in wires for the electrical ignition there for the ammunition. And with 2 men it would just be the most efficient way to do it. We have a new paratrooper on the field, but against Double Panther it might want to go home. A grenade on the way, and here we go. Paratroopers retreating. Double cap at the moment, running into the favor of UMirinBrah. Into the favor of Herr Blautier. I'm a little bit surprised how Herr Blautier is able to keep up such a good map control with his rather limited resources. We have now Stoßtruppen on the field. I wish they were great, but sadly they are not cost efficient, I would say it that way. Like, when they do their damage, they do their damage. Even though the MG42 is in the ground.
Pioneers are reporting for duty.
But Panzer Grenadiers would be the better choice. MG gets a warm welcome there from the Air Force. Sherman's doing some nice damage there. Panzer Grenadier probably has to retreat.
Territory sector lost.
Oh, AT gun setting up, and the Panzer Grenadier dies. Grenade will go off. Will not decrew the AT gun, but the AT gun is close to getting decrewed. Double Panther now doing what Panthers do. Hunting their favorite prey. One Sherman goes down. Bazooka upgrade only now coming in. Second Sherman will probably die as well. No snare over here. Oh shit, I got outplayed. Smoke got popped. Snare goes off. One Panther got heavy engine crit or engine damage and will definitely be picked off by the Zooks. Meanwhile, the other Panther will easily get away. Now MG to deny the push there. MG is only inside of the base. And that's why, kids, we do combined arms to cover our tanks with infantry. Because this was an unnecessary loss. Oh, will the Panther get stunned? Nope.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Double cap coming in again for Mr. Blautier. We have a new Sherman on the way. Panther is a little bit off there. MG gets recaptured.
A capture point is being overrun.
MG will not save today because it retreats, but the Stoßtruppen are saving the day. We have some strafe coming in. And Pioneer not reacting, but did not go right. So anti-micro saved the day. Snare goes off. Sticky bomb gets a heavy engine crit. Do we see the heavy bombing run? Oh, it would have been so glorious. Meantime, Herr Blautier being... Okay. I don't know. Nope. Nope, my bad.
Secured our territory from us.
Yeah, that makes sense. I thought that was their manpower income and I got confused for a bit. Nuvaldi. Yeah, now we can see the poor Wehrmacht repair. And here we go, the firefighters are moving out. Hopefully you can't hear it.
Commandant?
Grenadiers capping and building sandbags. Sherman coming in. Engineers, you're really ambitious to fight those from there. Here we go, they are retreating.
Territory point is ours. Despite our
It's interesting how Blautier mainly relies on the Zooks as anti-tank, and so far it did work out. I think if UMirinBrah went for like a Brumba or something like that, he would definitely be there pulling ahead. Like one Panther and then the Brumba, since he has tier 4 up, would do great damage. Yeah, Strafe coming in, forcing off the MG. We have a P4 in the way. I don't agree with the P4 choice. Like, anti-tank is definitely not your issue, so you can go for a high damage dealer against infantry. Basically making a high-low combination. You have the Panther as the high against tanks, but the low against infantry, which then, in combination with the Brumbear, which is a high in anti-infantry but low on anti-tank, will do the perfect amount of damage there, and Stoßtruppen died.
We have lost control of a victory point.
And they're really expensive, so that actually hurts a lot. AT gun will get recruit.
Our AT gun has been destroyed.
Will he trying to destroy it? Yes, he's trying, but Zooks decide to miss, and he retreats into the nade.
Enemy forces have
P4 hits the field.
Sectors are isolated. We have been cut off.
Snare goes off, gets the stun.
Territory. We do not hold any victory points. We must counterattack.
Meanwhile, UMirinBrah is not controlling any VPs and is base pinned. Which does not make sense. He has such an amazing... Actually, he does not have an amazing army. He has useless grants. He lost the Panzer Grenadier and the Stoßtruppen, which were his main damage dealer, and now he has 2 tanks, which are not up to the task to do with the AT from Herr Blautier. But on the other hand, Herr Blautier does not have a great army, but he's now getting riflemen. He's abusing the fact that there's no proper anti-infantry on the field. Meanwhile, UMirinBrah is going more and more ballistic. Don't be like him.
Bastards have secured our territory from us.
Grenadiers going over here to cap. Because Grenadiers are then like VED 1 or VED 3 or VED 0, there's not a huge difference. If you're fighting riflemen, you will lose anyway, so you need the Panzer Grenadiers. Or something that can deal with riflemen, like the Brumba, because the Brumba is not that impressed by the Zooks. At least it should be like that. Obviously, I might be wrong there.
keep them back.
Zooks are going off. Both players refuse to dodge the nade, but that's the end of the Grenadier. Panther gets snared. Grenadier actually went down. Panther will go down. We want to retreat there. Here we go. We have the is it the bombing run? Or is the strafe? I think that's the strafe, yeah. MG gets the recruit and UMirinBrah's army is pretty much post. Sherman coming around. I think it's a new one, but I'm not 100% sure. Before got stunned, but follow-up shot from the Sherman bounced. Both AT guns are in a pickle, and yeah, that's definitely a new Sherman. AT gun is setting up. We have the bombing rope. We have something getting airdropped. AT gun gets even stolen, gets the rear hit there. We have a paratrooper coming in. AT gun gets the recruit again, but there's nothing to hold off the Sherman before it goes down, and it's GG.
We have 75 points remaining. MG-42
Yeah, Blautier now equalized, or even pulling ahead in the VP game.
Grenadiers ready.
Grenadiers, yeah, at least with that 3 in the bar, they're able to beat with 0 riflemen there quite decisively, with the support of a pioneer.
"50 points remain for us. You must do something."
UMirinBrah, this game is over, no need to pretend.
Grenadiers under fire. Enemy contact.
Here we go, Sherman coming forward. And the game is over. And let's finish on this shot. And thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this game. It was definitely a treat. Please hit the like button if you like what you saw. Leave a comment. And subscribe to my YouTube. And thanks for watching, everyone. And see ya next time. Bye bye.